Welcome back, everybody. Do it again. Right, we're going to try and make our way home because we've got stores. Box of nails. Which is fairly important for us to get home. Hello, mate. You all right? I'm moving supplies home. How are you? Yellow. Happy New Year, Dubs. I was going to come off my don't want to see your base unfair. Thank you. I'll look that way. Need to delete the RV we've got. Yeah, there it is. I'm heading to Switzerland tomorrow for work. It's a hell of a trip. Quite the distance, mate. I'll be I'll be on later on. Excellent. I'm glad you're enjoying the server. I really am. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I like it, obviously, because I made it, but it isn't everyone's idea of fun. So, Dubs, you looking forward to the trip? My lovely SKS with a 5 to 20 times 56 on a Mosin mount. Perfection. Ah. Okay. Quite a flight, I'm guessing. When did that? I can't remember how long the flight was to the States from the UK. I suppose you could probably add an extra hour to that. It's a long time since I flew stateside. Flew to JFK in '91 for a stopover before going down to Central America. We're playing on a so I 7-8 hours from Washington. Okay, so I put GoblinZ up again, or GoblinZ. We're running on Green County as the map, so the US map, with a survival build, solo duos. Asheville to Washington DC is around 2 hours, and then on to Zurich. Yeah. It'd be good to get out to Switzerland to get yourself some chocolate. Best chocolate in the world. Or open up a bank account. Nobody asks any questions over there. Obviously, one of my normal builds, 60% nerf of all loot, no vehicles, hot, warm days, freezing nights, everything spawning in damaged, but we've added advanced weapon scopes. And me being me, I've thrown in things like mackerel around the place. You have to, if you're going to Switzerland, you have to bring chocolate home. Oh, and I've made harder zombies for the place. Saturday night, back to work Monday. Thought I'd do a stream tonight, and then tomorrow I've got stuff to do to get ready for work. We had 9 people on last night, which was nice. It's not to everyone's taste. It's a bitch of a server. Certainly a challenge. When you die at night, trying to get home is hard enough. Oh, and we've got a skill system. So why is it not showing up? You. There we are. So as you gain points, you can spend them. But as soon as you die, you lose all your points. And I've died a lot. Not to players. Made 3 kills since we went live on Friday. 1 proper firefight and 2 up close and personal. Oh fuck! These wolves tank 762. How many spare rounds have I got? Enough, hopefully. That one didn't. That was good. Need a hook, mix it with a pelt to make a leather repair kit. Right, we have 4 rounds left, don't we? Fuck. 5Ks to go. Right, let's make haste. So I hope everyone's had a good Christmas and New Year out there. Obviously, I'm not streaming as much as I used to. Producing videos now. And everything you see when I'm streaming this or recording it will be condensed into about a 1 hour video at the end of February. Basically, this is a no wipe server unless we're forced to. So each 2 months there'll be an update to the server without wiping. I really enjoy your videos at work and saw you were streaming. Thank you for coming in. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. My reviews. It's a new concept. It did really well for me. Let's be honest. I did a review video of the Lone server, and out of that, I had like 37,500 views, and that got me over my 1,000 mark. And then that allowed me then to start making something off advertising. Oh, fuck, another one. This is my own server with players on. And it's a PvP server. PvP survival base building. Massive nerf of loot. And I've got a box of nails, so it's important that I get them home. Where are we? Just outside Burgess. Does this have a proper well? No. So this map doesn't have conventional wells. It has water buffaloes, as you call them in the States, that have a high percentage chance of being poisoned. So you need to get chlorine tablets or find a filtered water bottle. Your mod review videos were essential when building my server. Oh, I'm so glad. I really mean that. Bastard, cut me. If you want me to do a review of your server at any point, let me know. Just reach out and give me the server to have a look at. I'll certainly have a look and see whether it's something I'd enjoy or not, making a video on. So I won't make a video on a server I can't be positive about. Even if there's things I don't like, I try to always have a positive review. I think everyone who puts a server out there is amazing, but not every server is to everyone's taste. I mean, this is my sort of world. One where it's PvP, it's hardcore survival, but the environment wants to kill you as well. Where I'm trying to run home with like 4 rounds of ammo. Thank you for the sub there. Massively appreciated. So I'm playing this server with the idea of being the... Okay, so I record some episodes. Sometimes I go live. I don't go live as often as I would do, but it's so dead. Won't be fun for you. But I added some AI to make it feel more dangerous. That's alright. I don't mind dead servers. I want to help people grow, if that makes sense. So telling me that this is my server, have a look, see what you think. Would you do me a review? You'll be surprised. So Lone, when I did the video of that, it was a 20 slot server of which they had 3 people playing on an average. I did my review thinking it wouldn't make any difference at all. My review blew up, and then they went to a 20 pot server most nights of the week. so they went full. And arguably it was probably down to, but I got a massive amounts of views. I can't guarantee it will happen, but I'm sure you'll get some playing it, because there's so many small servers out there that people don't know about. There's an AI mod that's just come out where the AI will act like players. So they'll, rather than just spawn in and loot a little area, they'll go out the whole map and they'll run around and actually act like players on the server. They'll loot, they'll gear up, they'll light fires, they'll cook food, they'll pretend to eat it. And you can have, depending if your server can handle it, you can have up to 40 of them operating singly or in teams. And that can then make the world feel really alive. But it comes down to server hardware, because a lot of servers can't handle that much interaction happening at once. You can imagine that the server's trying to place all the players in, all the loot in, all the normal AI, which is animals, zombies, that sort of stuff. And then it's trying to handle the AI routines as well. It needs some serious hardware to do it well without it crashing. And a lot can come down to host. If you're self-hosting hardware, if you're on a dedicated box, it's probably better at it. If you're on a rented server, it depends on the provider. I don't have AI on this server. I'm not adverse to it. I have used them in the past, but it has to fit in for me correctly on the server that I'm producing. And at the moment, I don't think this server warrants AI. Longer term, my aim is to start doing some mod reviews, some of the more survival orientated mods. It won't be for the next couple of months, but then doing a video like a review of a server, but saying, this mod's just come out, this is what it offers, this is how it works, this is how you install and set it up. The mod sounds amazing. What's the name? Would Nintendo be certificate to run it? Well, I don't know. GTX can't handle it more than 9 AI at a time. All you can do is try. Search for expansion in the mods. And it's relatively new. It's come out in the last couple of weeks. Maybe search for expansion AI. And you might, and you'll find it. All you can do is stick it on and see if it handles it. But don't stick in 40 AI. Stick it on and stick in 5 AI. If it handles 5, go up to 6. If it handles 6, go up to 7. If it doesn't handle 7, drop back to 5. You know? Because ultimately, if you've got AI that are acting like players all over the map, the world will feel more alive. And if you make them lootable, if players kill them, they can loot up. The downside to AI is you can learn how good they are or how their AI routine works. When I've used them in the past, I've always had them as unlootable to stop them being farmed. But if you've got them moving all over the map randomly, there's less farming involved because you can't just trigger them and bump into them. But I've got other tips I could give you for server building, if you ever want them. Things like doing within your server code, making your zombies blow up randomly. So you can have it so you put a line of code into the spawnable types, or 2 lines of code. And what that'll do is, if a zombie is killed, you can run a random number generator, and if it hits a certain number that you choose within reason, it's a percentage random. What it will then do is the zombie will blow up as it dies, and you can either have it blow up with a flashbang or blow up with a gas grenade. This is why I watch. But I'm not a coder. I'm not a modder. I'm someone that's learnt how to manipulate the code. I mean, I've been running servers now for about 4 years, GoblinZ for 2. Over time, I've done other servers before this. No, a year of GoblinZ, actually, a year and a bit. And before that, we had a gap of a few years, but I did run servers in the past. Like on my servers, you don't spawn in with a map. So I picked up a map here. So I've got a map now. But if I take the map out of my inventory, my map key doesn't work, so I'm pressing M now, nothing. What that means is I can then choose to put the map on certain things. So I have my priests all carry maps because, in inverted commas, they want to show you the way. So when players die, if you get to a church and kill a priest, you'll get a map. And to me, that feels a good way of doing it. Other people do things other ways. Did that with ruin grenades in zombie inventory, Call of Theft, but didn't add it to my server yet. So that's what I'm doing on my server. I have them. I think it's a good way of doing it. Also, if you then spawn those ruin grenades in to the server normally, as you get within 300 meters of a military installation, that little explosions will go off. Or you could have gas go off if you did it with gas grenades. Which means that as people enter, there's little pockets of gas all over the place. So it makes navigating a military place or anywhere you're spawning gas grenades to, more difficult. It's a nice way of enhancing a server and making it even harder for players. Or channeling players. Channeling them to an area where they all meet up and have to end up trying to kill each other. I just sending a message out global chat from moi. I say hope people are enjoying the server. No kidding, I never thought of having rune items spawn. I like it. Yeah. And that's what I like doing, is in manipulating the code to as much as possible, so you don't have to add mods to do things. So 1.7k from base, which is good. Building this was a bitch. And I know the code, I wrote the server. But trying to find enough nails has been a hard grind. We built the starter base, and now we're building the main base next to it. But we won't move in until the main base is ready. Which will take a lot more than one box of nails. One box of nails is like a door and a half, or wall and a half. So it's a massive grind for Chuck with a knife. One pack of wolves, because wolves tank 762 on here, was a hard fight. well, it wasn't a hard fight, but it just used up a lot of ammo. That's why I'm praying I get home on 4 rounds of ammo. If I meet any players now, I have to kill 1 round, one kill. I did come up with a cool mechanic. I would have AI spawn at police convoys. When a player gets close enough to activate it, the AI spawns in and starts fighting the zombies. Yep. So you can do the same on helis. If you choose the object for them to spawn on as being the downed helicopter, you can then dress AI up as helicopter pilots, give them equivalent weapons or helicopter staff, and rather than have zombies on the helis that crashed, you can have a small team of AI that are patrolling around a bit, like they're waiting for extraction. Do the same as if, say, you're running a Chernarus map, you find a signpost that's only on Sakau, and you can then assign the AI to that signpost, and using DAYZ editor, you can place that signpost anywhere you want on the map, underground, with just like an inch of it showing, and then the AI will spawn on that signpost when players get within however many meters you set it, which means that you can have patrols that then guard military installations. Yeah, and by spawning in, blowing up, ruined grenades and flashbangs and gas, the world feels more alive. Especially because they go near military and they start to hear noises, and they worry that it's another player there. There's also a sound mod out there, and don't ask me the name of it, you'd have to search for sound mods, that you can set trigger lines on your map and have sounds play when people cross those trigger lines. So you could have a circle round a village, and when people cross that hidden line that they don't know about but you do, it plays the sound of gunfire. The other thing to play with is, if you're in DAYZ editor, is spooky effect. So it's used at Halloween, but if you put it underground, an area where people walk through, when they walk through there at night, they'll hear rustling of trees and see things move, and it's like there's ghosts about, which is very unnerving. So I set on this server, we don't allow, because we have solos or duos on here, so no airdrops unless there are at least 2 players on the server. 3 players on the server. So that way there's always going to be either 3 solos or a team and a solo. So if they're going for an airdrop, they've got competition potentially. Because the last thing we want is players farming the airdrops on a survival server. And up to 2 airdrops at a time. You don't get a map marker to show you where they are. It does tell you where they are, but you have to go and find that village. And then the minute they drop, they start despawning until X amount of time, and I'm not telling them how long. Then the whole thing despawns, and then it starts again somewhere else. So you really have to get your move on and get there. And then there's a pool of 75 items, and it picks a percentage of them for every airdrop. So you don't get all the items on an airdrop, which means over multiple airdrops you'll get some different items. And then I've taken mostly the weapons out and made it a more survival, base building, first aid, food airdrop, as if it really is people outside trying to help people survive, rather than here have lots of guns, kill each other. It's more about here have the means to live better or get a door up. Right, I'm home. Now it's the most dangerous part, as it always is. Someone's been in our base. Or someone's been in the base to be. Okay. I need more ammo. But nowhere to drop off anything. Work through that, aren't we? Keep that on me. Drop off that bit of food. We'll eat that before we move out. Do some repairs with that. Eat that. Drop that off. Make a sharpening stone. Recipe mods, lifesaver for servers. Things sharpened. Drop off the spare sewing kit. We'll drop off the... Actually, we have to do repairs first, don't we? Okay, let's work out. Let's do our repairs. Drop off the spare clothing to make rags out of in the future. Okay. So first things, oh, and drop off that. Did I drop the nails off? Yes, I did. Good. So first thing, repairs. Your equipment, your weapon, yourself. Hey. So the easiest way would be to join my Discord. Give me 1 second. Let me get you a link. There you go. That's the easiest way. Or comment on a video, but if you give me a direct message and remind me about the conversation, then I'll know who you are and I'll come and have a look, if that makes sense. So that's that repaired. Now Shamag's ruined, but I'm not taking it off because it's giving me a bit of camouflage. Gloves are fine, boots are fine. Dry sack's ruined, but I'm not taking it off because it's working. Right, now, so weapon, equipment's done. Now weapon. Now, do we have a cleaning kit? Oh, that's okay. So next is, so my SKS is damaged. I only have a spare M16. If I leave my SKS behind and take out the armor light, don't think I have a scope that will fit it though, do I? No, because it's the standard model. It's not the M4. Okay, but at least it's not damaged. So that's that dealt with. Let's put that away. There's zombies grumbling out there. Cleaning kits there. Sorry, cleaning kits, bandages there. Map. And I'm putting it into my top of my jacket, so if I get shot and killed, it's more likely to ruin the kit that they would make use of. They're not going to make use of that because I'm not taking the SKS, am I? Let's drop that off. Drop that off now. We've got space for it. I don't need that hunting knife on me. That I do. For repairing these things out in the ground. Let's have some food. Do we have a can opener? Is the next question. No. Eat this little Debbie milk chocolate bar thing. It's a US map with US things on. And a can of Columbus beer. Now we can go out and check. Clearance patrol. But someone's been in here and cut all the trees down. Eventually this will all get patched up and become home. And that'll be blocked off. As will that. So that's for the future. Yeah, someone's been through here since the restart. So they're local. So let's do a supplies run. First of all, let's get some water. Did lock that, didn't I? Yeah. The only safe water to drink on the map comes from Sakau Springs. Just seen a server message I need to deal with. Second. Need to go back in the base. Being the server owner means that if a message pops up, I need to answer it. We'll look a second. Thanks for your message. Let me just upgrade you so you don't ever. So yeah, you're a goblin. There you go. Okay. Right then. Now, where are we going to go? Alpha camp is gassed, so forget that. We are HQ, so let's go across to here. RV on that. What distance am I looking at? 2 clicks, 1.8. We're looking for nails. What we're after. Do the gun cleaning kit as well for that SKS. It's a bloody good weapon. Yeah, semi-auto on the 5.56, I think. We don't have enough ammo to stick it on burst. We've only got 40 rounds, including the one in the spout. Probably stream for another hour, guys, and then I'll go back to recording. But it's nice to show off a little bit of the server if anyone's interested in playing it. And certainly have the courage. Let me, at the end of the day, even if I don't do a please join the server thing, just let me come on and run it with you and run it to give you another player on there. That in itself, 2 of you playing it can make other people think about joining. It isn't just a one person on their own. And we've got to support each other as a community. That's what it's all about. I mean, I offer this server back because I'm a small-time content creator, and it's something to offer the community. But I like playing it as well. Yeah. And then when Chuckles is about, he games with me on here. But I play other servers as well. I play higher tier PvP, base raiding, more sweaty servers, shall we say, is probably a good way of describing them. So the reason we've got the church marked is when we die, we get to the church to get a map. I'd like to try this server. What's the name? No sniping. Just search for GoblinZ or GoblinZ. What's the name? No sniping. My work potato can't handle DAYZ when I get home. Okay. Hi, welcome to the stream. So this is a survival server that's PvP, no safe zones, no trader, no vehicles, 60% nerf of loot, solo duo, but it's been written from the point of view that the environment will try and kill you just as much as a player will. It is hard. I'm not going to pretend it's not. I want it to be hard because I don't want the sweaty players on here, the ones that cause problems. I want it to be a difficult server where everything you get you fight for. Either you fight the environment, or if you see a player, if you're in a Freshieville and you see a player and you've got one round of ammo, potentially you'll shoot them just because they might have something on them that will keep you alive. I want it to be a real life end of the world experience because that's what I like. And I die on here a lot. I'm not going to pretend I don't. Everything you do is a struggle, and that's how it should be. Because if the world really had gone to shit, we'd be doing all we could to survive. Do I go after the deer? I'd have to take it home to cook it. No. And the minute I open fire, I'm giving away my position. Nighttime's coming as well, which will be shit. Nighttime's on this server, it's minus 10 at night. Nights are difficult. You die more at night just to the environment. One wrong move at night, you'll be dead. Certainly not. No trader, no collectibles. No trader currently. Players are voting for a future. Whether we give a bunker that's to push into or a trader. And if we have a trader, he'll pay in nails and only buy pelts off you. Food's so hard to come by. Having the ability of growing food would make a massive difference. That's not fair. Animals are easy to come by, but you have to cook them. Having the ability of having fruit or vegetables. I'm not a fan of traders, but I caved and put them on my server. People kept asking, but you can always just ignore the fact that they're there. I'm not... I don't... So when I do traders, I have the currency they use as being nails. Because I think it's the end of the world and money wouldn't matter. And then I don't have them buy and sell very much. If anything at all. So on here, they would buy bear and wolf pelts off you for low amounts of nails. So it helps base building, but they won't sell anything. So you can't. So you just have to keep farming wolf and bear pelts and not turn them into things you need to be able to make some money or make some nails. Is how I would use them. See, I'm bouncing around because one does not want to get shot when one's filling or drinking. And a clean source of water is useful. We might try and get ourselves some venison and then take it home. And then I'll log out of the stream and record instead. That way, people that are watching me that want to come on the server can do. It isn't stream sniping. And I'm shit at hunting in DAYZ. Chuckles is my natural killer. You have the space for it. If I bring that up to... Yeah. Delete that RV, so if we die, not on the map. What direction are we going in? Is it safe to go in this direction? Yeah. We could do with the meat living off tins is not ideal. Time to leave work. Thanks for chatting with me. I'll check your server later when I get home. Happy New Year to yourself as well. And thanks for being here. It's always appreciated. There they are. Iron Sight 223. Now in the real world, take a hind with a 223. This is DAYZ though, so it ain't no real world, is it? Need a headshot to guarantee better meat. Thank you. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Need that. Need that more than I need that. That is useful. Right, get it home. Ready for night time. So as I said, it will just be a quick stream tonight, guys. And then I'll be on the server recording. Everything that I'm streaming or recording will eventually become about an hour-long video sometime in March. And then end of February, end of March, end of April, May, there'll be another hour-long video where just all the action is put into it. So the PvP, when I've died, the struggle, maybe a little bit of the editing. Hi MU, definitely going to pop on your server when I get home. Thank you, it's always appreciated. How are you? It's a struggle of a server. It's a hard server. It makes killing. I mean, killing field is easy. We all know that. But this is a struggle. This is a painful struggle. I've just had a text message. Give me a second. No, not important. But we had 9 people on yesterday evening. We had 7 new players that had never played the server before. Come on. Of which I think 6 stayed around. A few of them joined the Discord, so they might be back at some point. Should be good. But we only went live on Friday. Friday? No. Wednesday, maybe? It's Christmas time, so everything merges into one, doesn't it? So my advice is, if you're coming on my server and you need a map, find a church. Priests carry maps, because you can't press M unless you actually physically have a map in your inventory. On this server, don't trust the water unless you're the only water you can guarantee is safe is the water from Sakau Springs. The water butts or the water Bowsers or the water buffalo, depending on where you are in the world, that are in towns, has a percentage chance of having cholera in it, because they've been there for 12 years since the outbreak with standing water. Dangerous things. If you spawn in at night, you need a fire. You won't be able to light a fire straight away. It'll take a few attempts until you build your skills up. When you die, you lose all your skills and start again. So dying really matters. You press U to get to the skills screen. You can play a solo or duos. Base building, raiding, fully allowed. Build wherever you like. Wherever the server lets you build, you can build. It is expansion building and expansion raiding. So if you want to free place an item, use X on the keyboard. Will stop the snap and allow you to free place it. But it's a server where you slow down. You don't rush to an objective. You slow right down and you think about every move. Because it's difficult. Right, we need wood and we need a long stick because night time's coming in. So there's me long stick. It rains twice a day, and when it rains, it really rains. I'm bringing home a shit rifle, aren't I? Throw that away. I'm going to need a little bit of bark. That'll get the fire going. Eat that. And then we could do with the tree that gives logs. Or not the tree, the bloody bush. Night time's about an hour, and it goes down to -10. There are airdrops on here. There has to be 3 players on the server for an airdrop to initiate. If you're playing in a duo, no allies allowed. It has to be fair to solo players. But I started off making solo servers, so I've always have to support my solo community. Yeah, 35 zombies at airdrop, and my zombies are... Actually, no, they're probably 45 now. 35 sounds right, actually. And my zombies are enhanced zombies. If you get military zombies, they're very enhanced. But they space out quite nicely, so you can just rush in, jump on the airdrop container, grab the items, and hope to get away. Combat knives are good at killing zombies. Every other thing isn't. There are lots of apples, pears and plums on the server though. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to stop the stream there. And then I will... Damn, that will be cool. I like it. It's a survival server at the end of the day. But I'm going to stay on the server and record. And that way, if anybody is coming on, it won't be stream sniping. It won't be me giving away. It won't be us bumping into each other and accusing each other. It's just been a very quick hour, just over an hour, to show the server off again. Thanks for watching, guys. Massively appreciated. Thanks for the subs that we got this evening within the last hour. That's brilliant. And I will catch you all again soon, either in a video or live. Remember, if you've got a goblin in your sights, miss.